Aloha, and welcome to the Orion Sphere Arena Rules and Clarifications video. This video will cover the standard rules, spell clarifications, and arena-specific bonuses to help you navigate the unique challenges of the Orion Sphere Arena. The Orion Sphere Arena utilizes a modified rule set to ensure a balanced and exciting gameplay experience. Here's a breakdown of the key differences. Let's start with the official Dungeons & Dragons 5e 2014 Rules as Written clarifications. Critical success and failure only applies to attack rolls and death saving throws, not ability checks or regular saving throws. Meet is beat for AC or armor class. To hit a target, you only need to roll a number plus modifiers equal to or higher than the armor class or AC of your foe. Concentration. If you take damage while concentrating on a spell, you must make a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on that spell. Remember to use the concentration token marker provided in the arena interface when you cast a concentration spell. Dark vision. Dark vision allows your characters to see in darkness as if it were dim light. Dim light, however, imposes disadvantage on sight-based perception checks, which translates to a -5 penalty to your passive perception. Long rests. A long rest requires 8 hours of uninterrupted downtime. However, most arena sessions won't provide a situation where your character can rest. In the rare chance that it happens, characters are limited to 2 hours of guard duty or watch per long rest. If you have a feature like Trance or Aspect of the Moon, you can engage in light activity during the remaining time. Flanking. The optional rule of flanking from the D&D 5e Dungeon Master's Guide 2014 is in effect, providing an advantage to attacks against creatures surrounded by 2 or more allies. Ready action. The ready action is exclusively for combat and cannot be used outside of combat encounters or initiative. Declaring readiness for combat before initiative is called for can prevent your character from being surprised, however. Make sure you state your intention clearly to the DM out loud or in chat. Encumbrance. The variant encumbrance rules are in play, which add a layer of realism to inventory management. Container items, such as backpacks and pouches, are also available for organizing your equipment. Moving on, let's go over the house rules next. Long rest interruption. Long rests can be interrupted by spellcasting, combat, walking for an hour, or other strenuous activities. Each interruption will add an hour to the required rest time. Inspiration. Everyone starts each session with inspiration. Once used, you can regain it by accomplishing something exceptional or by receiving it from an ally. Remember to declare the use of inspiration before making the roll, however. Hit dice. Instead of rolling for hit points when leveling up, you select the drop down to change it to take the maximum value of your hit die plus your Constitution modifier and other relevant modifiers. Non-consensual PvP. Player versus player, or PvP, actions, including mind control and physical attacks, are strictly forbidden without the consent of all involved players. Healing potions. Drinking a potion as a bonus action requires a roll to determine its effectiveness, while drinking it as an action, however, grants the full healing effect without any roll. Ability checks and saving throws. When making ability checks and saving throws, they will not show up in the chat window like your attacks do, because they are rolled blind to GM. This adds an element of surprise and helps keep everyone engaged. Monster initiative. Monsters rolling a 0 for initiative must spend their turn each round to re-roll their initiative until they get a result of 1 or higher. This applies to character-controlled monsters as well as enemy monsters. Surprised condition. The surprise condition only applies during the first round of combat. Who is surprised is determined by the DM at the start of combat. The alert feat prevents a character from being surprised. Definitely a good feat to have. Crafting. The Orion Sphere Arena includes crafting rules for potions, poisons, and tinctures. Gestalt is the primary NPC for all of your crafting service needs. Hero points. Every session you will roll 1d5 to determine the number of hero points you have. These can be used to gain various advantages during gameplay, as detailed in my video going over inventory management. Link is on screen here. And in the description. A link to the hero points text will also be in the description below as well. Next up, spell feature clarifications. To maintain balance and clarity, certain spell features have specific interpretations. Forced movement. Spells are abilities that force movement without requiring the target to spend movement as per the movement mechanic, will not trigger effects that activate when moving through spell areas. Entering and moving through an area are considered distinctly different and are treated as such. Spells only do what they say they do. Spells strictly adhere to their written descriptions. Creative interpretations are welcome in role-playing, but mechanical effects beyond the spell's explicit wording are not allowed. Somatic components. Casting spells with somatic components requires the use of your hands. You cannot present a spellcasting focus or perform somatic components if your hands are full or bound. If your hands are bound behind you, there's no chance of you being able to do any somatic components, but if they're bound in front of you, there's still a chance you might be able to. It is very situational. Readying spells. Readying a spell as a reaction consumes your concentration and is also the appropriate time for someone else to counter your spell. The opportunity to counter a spell passes once the turn passes. As a reward for familiarizing yourself with the house rules and clarifications, enter the code /GM OpenD&D in the game chat when creating a new character to receive a one-time bonus of 300 experience points. This will give your character a head start in the arena, being able to start at level 2 instead of level 1. Understanding the rules and clarifications specific to the Orion Sphere Arena is crucial for success. By following these guidelines and embracing the unique challenges presented, you'll be well prepared to face the dangers and reap the rewards of this thrilling game experience. Good luck in the arena, and as always, stay shiny.